Sup y'all, Orange Stitch here. Today I'm going to be playing a version of Cave Story that was translated into Tokipona. I find this very impressive. I never like expected something like this to come out, given how Cave Story works, but I don't know, people can do anything nowadays. So, I don't actually speak Tokipona, but I have like a friend that does, and basically they showed me the project because they know I like Cave Story, and I was like, oh my god, no way, I have to make a video about this. So here I am, I'm making a video about it. So let's just get into the game. I don't really have much to say, but this is going to be very interesting. I'm gonna try to get as far as I can into the true ending as possible without like understanding a word that this thing says. I don't even know if it's gonna be able to print the characters properly because I don't have a Tokipona language pack. Yeah, it does not look like it's gonna print properly. It's probably gonna be all gibberish. Oh well. Oh, this probably works because it's handwritten. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not readable. Hold on. Oh, okay, this one's like written out instead of the special characters. Ah, okay, I see. Okay, I know what the difference is. I guess I'll have to stick to this because I don't know how to get like the actual like language characters, printing properly. I'm assuming that this is grammatically correct in Tokipona with like the lowercase at the beginning of the sentence. It's not something I'm used to, so I don't know. Oh my god. I've played Cave Story so many fucking times, yet this still feels like a different experience. Oh my god, the level icon, what is that? It looks like a necklace. That literally just looks like steam lines. What? That's supposed to say air! That's how you write air in Tokipona? Just literal steam lines? That works so well. Pola Suta, oh my god. I assume that was like transliterated. There's no way it wasn't transliterated. Okay, we can now go pew pew now. I don't know why I said now twice. Just translating the game into a different language can make it feel like a brand new experience. That's crazy. I was originally not going to, but I'm gonna try to get the Polar Star to level 3 first. Yeah, I assume, writing the syllables out in English, you don't have to like capitalize the first letter. I mean, why would you, right? I guess that makes sense. It's just so weird seeing everything written in lowercase. Almost nothing is capitalized. Oh shit, you know what? I just realized I forgot to like remove the desktop audio from the second track. Oh, that is fucking awesome. Well, the first section of the video is gonna have no sound. That is awesome. I need to have my voice isolated in order to, mask it with RVC, so that entire bit, you won't be able to hear me for that entire bit. I'll have to like turn it into text boxes. That is awesome. That adds so much unnecessary editing to the video. I am so sorry. I mean, at least the intro will be fine, but how did I forget? That is so stupid. I'm sorry, what? Why is Max the fucking infinity symbol in Tokipona? What? Oh my god. This feels so weird. Oh, is laughter, I think. That makes more sense. Matomapisawa ni Mimika. Oh yeah, names are capitalized, but basically like everything else is lowercase. Tello. Oh my god. So making this version of the game with like the Tokipona transliterated into like, well, not quite transliterated, but like turned into like written with Latin letters or Greek or whatever. This would just take like simple string editing, but getting it to work with the actual characters, I can't imagine how tedious that must have been. It's probably a custom font now that I think about it, unless the syllables are made into their own symbols. then that would be like a whole other process. I don't know. This feels so weird. I've never played a game in another language before. At least the no one makes sense. This is like half of the freaking division symbol. Palo Loco. That is Balrog in Tokipona. I'm assuming they don't have a B sound. I'm assuming that that map name translates to like the town of the Mimiga, like Mimiga Town. Let me go to Yamashita Farm real quick to get the other life capsule. Makasi Yamashita. Oh my god. The numbers are also written out as words, so I can't even tell how much my HP is increasing by. Like in the text box, I have to wait for it to close for it to see. I may know everything about Cave Story, but I haven't memorized everything down to like the fucking detail. Like, oh, this life capsule increases your max HP by like 5, and this other one increases it by 3. Like, I'm not that much of a nerd. I just know how to get like all the items, like the whimsical star and like how to get the true ending. Stuff like that. Oh, I have to go to the graveyard first. Toloko. That's almost the same except for the L. Taruko's name was almost unchanged. That's incredible. Mapisoeli Mori Mimiga. I have no idea what this could mean. The something of the Mimiga. Hold on, where's Mr. Little? Thought I saw something. He's around here somewhere. Where are you, Mr. Little? Oh, there we go. Yeah, he just says Sena. I completely forgot what that's supposed to say in English. Asa. Is that what Arthur's name is? Asa? That's so short. That's Arthur's name. It's Asa. That is awesome. That is awesome. You know what? I think it would be a fun challenge to try to learn all of the characters' names, but translated to like Tokipona. I assume the key item says like key to Arthur's house. Another thing that throws me off is that sometimes there's a lack of punctuation. Whoa, the teleporter thing flickers. That's a bug, I'm pretty sure. Alright, not to be a nerd or anything, but I'm pretty sure this one increases the max HP by 3. 9 to 12? Yeah. So at least I can predict what the first few life capsules do. The first 3 are all increases of 3, I think. There's another one that increases it by 3 here, I think, but the farther down I go, I think the bigger the increases get, but they don't get exponentially bigger. I think there are some pretty late game life capsules that only increase by 3, cause the maximum amount of max HP you can have in the vanilla version of the game is like 55. But for some reason in Cave Story 3D on easy difficulty you can get like 70 HP. I don't know why. And specifically in Cave Story 3D. That reminds me, I wonder if they're gonna make this for Cave Story 3D. That would be pretty cool. I could try to see if I can like get an archived version of Citra and like run the Cave Story 3D Tokipona ROM hack. Can someone please make that real? If it's not already. That would be awesome. It wouldn't even let me make the jump. I just straight fell. I don't want to make myself look stupid on video. Please make the jump this time, quote. Thank you. Okay, I'm pretty sure this one brings me to 15. 16, so that was a 4 increase. Okay, I need to go to Egg 6 real quick. For the ID card. Liponimi. I don't even know, like, the ordering of the words, so that could say, like... That could either say ID card or, I don't know, card of identity. I need to learn Tokipona. If it's the smallest language ever, then surely I should be able to learn it. If I can't even learn the world's smallest language, then I really have a skill issue. But then again, I've tried to learn quite a few languages and they never stuck. Like the closest I've gotten to a language actually sticking for me was like French. Iro misalu. So that probably says launch missile. And you know what? I'm not gonna level it up right now because it's gonna get upgraded in the labyrinth anyway. Sorry, spoilers. See, what did that say? Did that say like Sike or Sika? Sike Wampa O1. Weka Isinbin. Oh, this language is so weird. Move Ikolu. That's Igor in Tokipona apparently, Ikolu. And then Su is just Su. Funny thing is, in the Cave Story beta, that's how it was spelled as well. So if we're being technical, then Su's name is like practically untouched because Su's original name was like Su and then a dash. So SU dash. And in Tokipona it's just SU. So yeah. Sorry, nerding out. I wonder what Curly's name is gonna be. Only one way to find out. But I mean, first we have to go to the bushlands, so, I guess we could focus on learning Santa and Choco's names first. And then what Balfrog would be, because Balfrog is, well, you know, Balrog, but in frog form. God, Jesus. I wonder if that's gonna be, like, completely different, or the wordplay is going to be translated in Tokipona as well. That would be pretty cool. Oh my god. I haven't saved, so I could have lost like all of my progress right then and there. That would have been so bad. Such a daredevil I am. Her last name is unchanged. Oh my god. Probably because they do have those, yeah, they do. There's Sa there, Ka there, Mo there, and then To literally right there, Sakamoto. So that they didn't need to change the last name. That is so funny. Kusamula, is that what Grass Town is, or Grasslands, Bushlands? Which version does that actually translate to? Because Grass Town was a mistranslation, so does that say Grass Town or Bushlands? Oh, Tokuta. What is that in reference to? God, I forgot. If I was an extreme nerd, I would know the dialogue by heart. Yeah, Kusamula is probably Bushlands. Or Grasstown, however the hell they spelled it in this version. Alright, let's see how a threat is written in Tokipona. That sounds so awful out of context, oh my god. Okay, so that is supposed to say, like, something along the line, this is not verbatim, but if Tarko gets hurt, I'll tear you limb from limb. So that is what a threat looks like in Tokipona. That is awesome. And then she just goes straight back to like poker face. Like, no, I didn't just get... I was not like threatened with dismemberment. What you on about? Just go to Bushlands and save my brother. That would be really cool swag. This is so fucking cool, oh my god. Kusamula, yup, that's Grasstown or whatever. Ma Kusamula. Interesting. What's Santa's name? Does he introduce himself? Oh, just Santa, okay. His name doesn't change, I guess that works. That was anticlimactic. Ijo open tomobi Soeli Santa. Is Soeli house? I can't tell. Hold on. What? I just tried to shoot Santa. Soeli is house, yeah. Page Polu. That's Fireball? Jeez, that's weird. Kalamaseli. Kiwan Wawa. 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 I can't concentrate. You know what would be really cool if the bullets went the right fucking direction? I need the jellyfish juice, so I'm gonna go ahead and Oh. I forgot I have to go to Chaco's house first. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself now, aren't I? Sako. So the only thing that changes is the CH. How do you get Chaco's lipstick again? I forgot how to get Chaco's lipstick. It's funny how I can remember how to get Curly's underwear but not Chaco's lipstick. Because Chaco's lipstick is far less lewd of an item. But no, my brain would much rather remember how to get a random character's panties. Because that's totally not less perverted at all. If I ever go big on YouTube and someone watches this video, for like a nostalgia factor or something, if I ever get big enough to the point of like receiving fan art, can someone make an RN Horny Jail sticker or something? Like go to Horny Jail, and it's like bonking my persona. That would be funny. What? Oh, I never interacted with the fireplace. That's why the jellies aren't here. I need to get that life capsule anyway. Half an hour and I'm in the bushlands. Not looking good. I'm not trying to speedrun, obviously, but... Wait, was that a 5 increase? Sheesh. Wait, so do I need to interact with the fire first, or what? Okay, then she comes to talk with us. And then I sleep in the bed. What happens next? Okay. Yup. There it is. Chaco's lipstick. Or Sako's lipstick. More like. There we go. And Chaco is sleeping. Okay, so I have to interact with the fire and then go to sleep. So we just slept with Chaco and Tokipona. That is awesome. So first I'm gonna get the charcoal from Santa's house, and then I'm gonna backtrack to get the bubline, which is like a hidden item in the assembly hall in Mimika Village. And then I'm gonna get the jellyfish juice for the fireplace. So charcoal first, then I have to go back to get it. Alright, now I'm getting the bubline. Bubline, how do you pronounce it? Let me know in the comments. Babulin. Well, that's not too far off. Babulin. Now I have to painstakingly level this thing up from 0. Which takes a hell of a long time. What? No EXP? No EXP, awesome. Okay, some EXP. Okay, now I got the jellyfish juice for, the fire. Why is my keyboard, like, stuck to my desk, like there's a freaking piece of gum under it? My desk is a mess, I need to, like, organize it. Okay, let's talk to Kazuma. Oh, right. What am I doing? Okay, so now we need to go to that storage room and fight Balrog again. Maluko. Wow, that's actually almost exactly how it was pronounced, like, in the original, game. Like, in the original game, it's Malco, like, M-A-L-C-O. Like... if you take away the U, it's basically pronounced the same. So that's pretty cool. Wawa open! Wawa open! Dokota. Oh, that's the doctor. Misari's misery. Okay. Well, at least at least Malco's speech is capitalized. But that's because it's all capitalized. Go! Just go! The other names are long as hell, and then there's just Go. Awesome, man. I assume that's gum. Alright, let's try to get those extra missiles for no reason. Oh, the 5 here is written out. I honestly forgot about that mini-boss. Oh yeah, and then there's the life capsule out here. Goal. Okay, so yeah, I think gum is cool. Or goal. I don't know how. A-hole open goal. Yeah. Gum is goal. Ow! Stop smacking me so hard. I'm getting smacked so hard that my freaking accent switched for a moment there. Domoko. Yeah. Gum room. And... oh my god, seeing consonants by themselves is just so weird. Wow. Holy shit. I was expecting the sliver of health to be there. Oh, it's just Baluloko. They didn't bother changing it for Balfrog. That sucks. So as I was saying, whenever I usually fight Balfrog, whenever I almost like beat him, he usually survives with like a sliver of his HP left. I'm surprised I actually chunked that away before he became invulnerable again, like before he closed his mouth. And my HP is now at 26 max, that's pretty good. That's like basically halfway to the maximum, and we're only in like the second zone. That's weird to think about. Ah, Kiwinwawa Bimija. Ah, Dilobi Kala Nasako. Ah, go! I knew it. Oh, this language is so fucking weird, I love it. Just Domo. That just says room, doesn't it? Kasuma, they only changed the Z. That's awesome. Busuka. Booster. It's close enough. That works. Now that I think about it, I think it's a good thing that I chose the version that like writes out the what it's actually saying in like Latin characters. Else I wouldn't be able to pronounce it at all. So yeah, this was the better choice, in my opinion. Oh. There we go. Keys weren't keying for a second there. You know what? No. Genocide route. Bam, you're not making it out alive. Oh yeah, I never learned Kinko. That is literally one letter off from a very sussy word. Kinko. Oh, okay, alright. I know that's just me being dirty-minded, but like still, Jesus. Really? Kinku? I can't imagine my name being an accidental typo of the word kinky. That is so... Sunaku. Is that the name of a sand zone? Masunaku, yeah, that's the sand zone. And here we are, the moment I've been waiting for. What the hell is Curly's name? What's Balos' name gonna be? Probably Baluloso. I would not be surprised if it's Baluloso, but... let's take down Curly first. Okay, I need to remember to answer no to this yes-no prompt. Wawa. Oh. Galipoleso. Oh, that is so weird. It's close, but it's so weird. Gali. Oh, a part of me doesn't like that. I don't know why. Machine gun! Machine gun! That's Machine Gun in Tokipona. Oh, that's funny. Machine gun. Why does that remind me of like Rasengan from like fucking... what was it, Naruto? I feel stupid. What's the Rasengan from? I'm so uncultured. I watched a bit of Naruto when I was like fucking 12, and I just like never picked up on it. And now there's like all these different like animes in the universe, like Boruto and all that. I don't know all of them, but there's so many series on Naruto now. And I did. I can't be bothered. It's not that I don't like Naruto, but I don't exactly like it either. I would have to rewatch it to form an opinion on it. So what's Omega's name gonna be? Let's find out. I love how the text that's supposed to say boss just looks like a bunch of fucking waveforms. Omega. I don't know what I was expecting. Oh, shut up. Why did it freaking disappear right in front of me? Really? Could it have waited a few more frames? Oh no, oh no, oh no, the gator. Oh, I hit the gator again. It's not even an alligator, it's supposed to be a crocodile. Genka's name is completely untouched as well, that's awesome. You know what? A completely random thought just came to mind. What if the Denpamen was translated into Tokipona? I feel like Denpa would be like completely unchanged. When I saw Nanpa, that like suddenly popped into mind. What if somebody translates the Denpamen to Tokipona? That would be sick. And since my 3DSs are modded, I would be able to like sideload a ROM hack of that. Tokipona Denpamen. That sounds so cool. The thing is, I don't know the Denpamen series by heart, so I would have no idea what I'm doing. And it would probably have to be like a brief demo, but it's still a cool thought. Oh, you know what? I wonder if someone's translated Undertale to Tokipona. I'm thinking way ahead right now. Can I just enjoy the game that I'm already playing? Jeez. Me and my fucking ADHD. Oh, I already got that dog. Whoops. I got so distracted thinking about like what if other games were translated into Tokipona that I completely forgot what part of the mission I'm on. Cool. Let's get the one in the mystery shed first. I don't want to get the one on the ground yet. Eee! What was that noise? What kind of noise was that? Eee! Oh my god! I just realized I can. Oh my god. Oh, that's gonna look so funny in editing. I have an idea for that. Oh my god, I make myself laugh sometimes. Oh my god. Oh no, now I'm not gonna be able to stop laughing about that. Oh my god. This is gonna be so fucking fun to edit. Of course, after I deal with the trouble of like fucking spending like multiple hours masking my voice with RVC, that's not gonna be fun to do at all. Cause even for like 2 minutes of audio, RVC takes forever to process that. I cannot imagine how long it's going to take to like process what, 2.5 hours of footage? I estimate that I'm gonna take like 2.5 to 3 hours to do this. This is probably gonna take up my entire Sunday. Yeah, 2.5 hours is not going to be easy to mask with RVC. So I bet a majority of the editing phase for this video will just be getting my voice anonymized. Which is awesome. Sarcastically, of course. Wawa. Wawa moment. Okay, now I'm gonna go for the dog on the floor, and then the one by the warehouse. I'm still laughing about the Yi moment. Oh my god, will my brain fucking get over it already? Shut up! Stop doing that. Stop hitting me. Stop having good aim. And now to go for the one by the warehouse. Huh? If there's ever a compilation of hitboxes being generous, I hope that made it into it. Because there were, wow. That felt like I should have taken a hit. What? That's a Z, I just noticed. It looks like a key, but with like the second part missing. Oh hey, maybe I can get that dumbass that sniped me What? Why is my fireball not maxed out, huh? Oh shit! Bruh, stop! I just took so much damage. Man, now I'm in an even worse situation than before. Really? Now I have to max out my fireball and frickin' the bub line. Yes. Yee. Ah. Blinding lights. I looked over at the right side of my desk and my frickin' phone. The back of my phone reflected the sunlight directly into my right eye. Quite a pleasant experience if I do say so myself. So Sigillo is probably live, but now we can go to the warehouse and fight Frenzied Toriko or Toloko. Nope, not going for it. No. Wawa moment. Wawa moment 2. For this segment at least. Wawa moment 3 for this segment. Wawa moments 4 and 5. We got 5 Wawa moments in this segment alone. Absolutely blessed. Mansata Toloko. Mansata Toloko, that's all? Just Toriko monster? That's what it translated to? Wow. Okay. Palisa Puleto. I don't know what the Palisa bit is for, but Puleto sounds like blade. A little bit. Sounds like the freaking Count from Sesame Street. Wawa moment. Domo Mekiju. That does not sound like the labyrinth at all. So I guess they have their own word for the labyrinth here. I mean, they have their own words for basically like everything. That's the whole point of it being a different language. Is my brain braining right now? Apparently not. Man, I'm so low on HP right now. Why did that heart have to edge me so hard there? Did I even use edge properly, or am I just being sus? What am I doing? I should probably shut the fuck up. Before I get like... Well, I'm not even monetized, but if I was, that would probably get me demonetized. I wonder if Tokipona would have, like, fonts eventually. Like, if there was a way to make Tokipona fonts, like different ways of writing, like, you know what a font is. What if we could do the same for Tokipona? Like, that would be pretty cool. I wonder what Comic Sans Tokipona would look like. It would probably be goofy as hell. But I mean, how would we even know it's Comic Sans if it's Tokipona? Might as well call it Comic Toki, but like... It would be pretty hard to mimic the style of Comic Sans for a language like Tokipona. Like, there's like... I don't know if there's a way to, like, match the style from, like, the Greek letters to the Tokipona characters, you know? The Toki characters? The To characters? The Tokiponaracters? I'll stop. Domobijan Misekeke. Very interesting name. Oh, I need to talk to Curly, of course. Or Gali Misekeke Al. So I'm guessing Misekeke is Cure? Ow, why does everything fucking hit me? What, it has no health left, excuse me? Bro really said but the earth refused to die. Monster X. Why is X in square brackets? There's Curly, or Kali Bulesu, or Bulesu, I forgot how it actually is. I don't think there's R in Tokipona. Wawa moment, Wawa moment, Wawa moment. Baluluku. Ah, wow moment again. And yeah, that is why I didn't bother upgrading the missile launcher, or leveling up the missile launcher I should say, because of that. And whenever the missiles are upgraded, it resets to level 1, so... yeah. What if I just let Curly kill all the enemies? Ow. Yeah, I guess that's payback for being a slacker. Or that's like the game's message telling me not to like slack off. Yeet! Bruh. I got hit anyway. Why did I... what? I'm sorry? How did I glide right into it? I glided right into the freaking... into the base. I forgot what it's called, like a Buyo base or some shit. Lupa Pimeja. Or Pimeja. Shit, whenever I see J's in another language, I automatically default to pronouncing it like the freaking Spanish J, even though I don't speak Spanish and it's not how you pronounce the freaking J. I don't know what's wrong with me. My brain is just like so weird. Insa, that's what the core is. Nanbai's number, I think. I just realized that. Clever bastards. I don't know how it took me that long to realize. Nanbai's number. Back when I was little, let me tell you a little like, quote-unquote backstory, because I've been playing Cave Story for like fucking years, right? So when I was little, and I had this for the Wii, which I still do by the way, I'm just saying like back when I played it on the Wii. I never figured out how to save Curly after defeating the core. So whenever I did beat the core and I had to leave Curly behind, this song would like make me sad. Cause like it would for some reason it would like, in a way it would make me like feel bad about leaving Curly behind. And until I like was like on the internet, I never figured out that there was actually a way you can save Curly, so I was like, oh man, I wish there was a way to do that, which there is, but I never figured it out because I was a dumbass when I was younger. So yeah, Geothermal just has like some sort of like melancholic feel to it for me. I don't know why. Despite the fact that I've learned how to save Curly. Wawa moment. Damn. I think that's the fastest I've ever defeated the core. Wawa moment. 2 Wawa moments. It's just, I love that. Ninja. Interesting. It's ninja with an L at the start. What's Balos' name gonna be? Probably Baluloso. Okay, here's the dialogue about Balos. Wawa moment. Polosu, I was close. Polosu. That makes sense. 2 Wawa moments. I'm so invested with this Wawa moment thing that I'm literally going to add a Wawa counter at the end of the video. Tero Tawa. Oh, I made it. Alright. Domoron dewo det nah. Domo. I forgot. Wawa moment. Misikeke. Wawa moment? Okay. Kali. That's so silly. I love transliteration. Whoa. Why is there a colon and why does this one go off the text box? Wawa moment. And then I answer no to this. And save. Okay. Okay, can I no-hit Iron Head? I want to genuinely try this time because usually I fail. God! Why? Why? I've only ever no-hit Iron Head once. Why do I suck so much ass at this fight? There's an Easter egg with Ika-chan if you no-hit Iron Head, but I've literally only ever gotten it once, and that pisses me off so much. No, man! Fuck the bug line, I'll level it up later. Now the Polar Star too, really? Doesn't even matter anyway, I'm gonna get the Spur after this. And when I get the Spur, levels won't matter for that, so... whatever. I'm about to die. Really? Last time I died to Iron Head was like when I sucked at this game. That was shockingly close. Okay. Let's go get the booster, 2.0, and then I'll boost up to the first cave. Get the Spur. And whatever the hell else I have to do. Ilog Posata Nampa 2.0. Why does that make sense? Wawa moment. Wawa moment again. Wawa moment again. Wawa moment again! There are so many Wawa moments! I love Wawa so much. Not the freaking location, I'm talking about like the freaking pronunciation. I love how Wawa sounds. It's just so goofy. Okay, now I need to go to the egg corridor, which is destroyed. Wait, no. The labyrinth first. Because I need to get the whimsical star. I think I can get the whimsical star right now. Tilde. Sunomusi, that's what the whimsical star is. Okay. Wawa moment. Amosu Balisha. Now I go to the egg corridor. Oh my god. I've been recording for 2 hours and I'm only at Egg Corridor. Granted, the destroyed version of Egg Corridor, way better than being at the original Egg Corridor. After 2 hours, but... still, I need to hurry the heck up. And just for the hell of it, let's fight the sisters as well. I don't usually do this, but whatever. What does the sisters translate to in, Tokipona? Yee! The projectiles here do a shit ton of damage, so... I gotta be careful. Oh, the whimsical star dealt enough damage to close its mouth. That's funny. I only took 1 hit. Okay. O Anpa e Melisama. Isn't Meli like woman in Tokipona? Tomo Lili, brother. Who the fuck is DMing me this much? Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, apparently I forgot to clarify that I don't want to be DM'd, so that's why I was getting DM'd so much, so that is my fault. I simply put recording video and not like, oh I'm busy, don't DM. So yeah, fun. Wawa moment. Almost missed that. I also know how to get the Nemesis, but I'm not going to do that because the Nemesis fucking sucks. I'm sorry. But like, I'm not in the mood to deal with the gimmick of a weapon that gets weaker the more EXP it collects. I'm not trying to do that right now. I'll collect the Nikumaru counter though. Nikumaru. Yeah, I expected it to be written like that. Ijo open Tomopi why did I stutter? What? Ijo open Tomopi Tower Weka. Gila. Tomo Awen number 1. Wawa moment. 2 Wawa moments. Litakan no Mosukoto. Tomo Len. What's Momorin's name? She doesn't even say her first name. Oh, Wawa moment. Ah! Just bro, it's not Gargura. Wawa moment. Wawa again. Wawa, 3 Wawa moments. Okay, I'll take it. No, my precious booster. Wah. Booster, my beloved. Wah. Not the old man, obviously. The freaking device. Jesus Christ. Is that a different icon for the broken sprinkler? I swear in the original there was an X. That's cool. In the Tokipona version, it's like a freaking lightning icon. 2 Wawa moments in 1 sentence. Okay, now I have to go pay Ito a visit, or Ito. Now I have to rest. Okay. We get the booster back, and then the Amiga mask is taken. Wawa. And then we get a life capsule from the dog. Now I can go back to that teleporter room, go to Arthur's house. And then I need to go to the cemetery to get the Ma Pignon so I can bring Curly's memory back. And then I need to get the Iron Bond so I can access Hell. Oh no. What's the order for this? Oh no. Oh, that's gonna be so weird to figure out. Okay, yes. No. Yes. No. Shit. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. No. Okay, I got it. Oh wow. Soko Ma Pinjong. What? Wait! 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 What? Soko Ma Pigeon. Whoa! Okay, Tokipona, you're really pushing it. That sounds super close to Suck on My Pinjon. Okay, it's just me being dirty-minded, I know, but still, think about it. Soko Ma Pinjon. That item name is 1 letter away from disaster, what the fuck? Well, that makes things awkward. Given that I have to shove this damn mushroom down Curly's mouth. And it's called Soko Ma Pinjon? Kuto. That's the protagonist's name. For a second I thought I'd never figure it out. Wawa moment. No clue what Akuma is. Is that the demon crown? I forgot. Wawa moment. And there we go. Iron Bond, which is Piwin Olin. Okay, so we can now access Hell. Wawa moment. Okay, time for all of our weapons to get leveled down. Wawa moment ×2. Lupa Bini Len. Ow. Jesus. Piwin Manitan Monsuta Aka Oni. That is a long freaking item name. That takes up almost an entire line. And a line is like 35 characters, I think, in this text box. I had a feeling that would happen, shit. Well, that's what You Have Died is in Tokipona. I'm at 23 HP. And now I'm at 19 HP. Now I'm at 21. Why, dude? Wow, when is the last time that I had a skill issue in the fucking last cave? Ah, Christ's sake, I can't just get to 50 HP before the frickin' thing. Can I? I don't know what the thing is. I don't know what the thing is, and apparently the game doesn't want me to worry about it. Thinking back on that, what if other games were translated into Tokipona thought, I think it would actually work quite well for Undertale since I think it uses bitmap fonts. Same for, Escaped Chasm and Dweller's Empty Path. Why? I did the same thing that got me killed last time. I died 3 fucking times in Last Cave. Never thought I'd see the day. Man, not gonna lie, I've played Last Cave Hidden so many times that I forgot what the original Last Cave is like. Cause the layout for the normal Last Cave is like completely different. Why? Why do I always get hit around here? Why? Why is the game so desperate for me to get hit? You shall not have 50 HP. Okay, let's try not to die this time. Okay, finally. Balcony. Super balcony. Okay, that's maxed out. Holy, 120. That's my new personal best for the most amount of EXP collected at once. Beamy. I remember that sign saying like end or end of the road or something like that. But in Tokipona it's just Beamy. Domobijan Lawa. Akuma. Yeah, I think that's the demon crown. I'm not sure though. And of course, I get a DM even though my status says not to DM. Anyway, that's misery done. And I have 47 HP. I thought I took a lot more damage than that. Suba Bijan Lawa. I don't know if that changed at all. Wawa moment. Wawa moment again. Wawa and again. Wawa moment again. And again. And again. Wow. They were saving all the Wawa moments for the doctor. Oh, the doctor. 2 Wawa moments. Dokota. With a T, I forgot. There's no D, there's no D, there's no B, there's no R. Wawa moment. And again. Superman. So Seme is like, huh? Alright, let's do this. Alright. Final hits. Oh, that's it. Okay, so the boss rush is done. Undead Okowa. Ah, that makes sense, Undead Core. So now I have to beat the Heavy Press and Polosu. We got 2 Wawa moments. Okay, here we are. Time for hell. 2 Wawa moments. 2 Wawa moments. Wawa moments. Oh. I love how it just doesn't let you leave without Curly. It just like a quote just reappears. Wawa. Again. Yeah, the demon crone is Akuma, I'm pretty sure. Wawa moment, by the way. And again. I should probably just use the life capsule now. Yeah. Wawa moment again. Okay, so Akuma is crown. Nasin Domo. Wawa. Okay, just 1 Wawa moment. Domo Awin Suli, here we are. The big finale. Wawa. 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 And there we go. Alright, here we go. Holosu is about to be dead. About to dead. 656. Could have done better. But there we go. All that's left are cutscenes. Wawa moment. Wawa. 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 Ending off with a Wawa. And credits is just 10. Wow. That was awesome. Su Sakamoto, Kazuma Sakamoto, Momorin Sakamoto, Usuta, Ito, Toloko, Kingu, Jaku, Makin. I think that's the same. Kambasi, Santame, Santa Sako, Maluko, Kali, Golonsu, Jenka, Asime, Sinopu, Kakiru, Miku. And the third one just doesn't have a name, okay. Sapa, Gilo, Azumi, Si, Sete, Megane, Sukopo, Tokata, Misari, Paluloko, Tesuso Kamasha, Mapinon, Litolo, Kulupu Litolo, Kulupu Nasa Kutulo, Mumakasi, and Paloso. Or Poloso, my bad. Monsada, Colinda, okay. Alright. Waso Pimeja, Lilon Lopa Pimeja, Con Limon Sota e Sing Pintawa. Okay, that's all we get to see, I guess. Damn. Well, I guess the game crashing is a pretty funny way for the video to end off, but okay, yeah. That is Cave Story in Tokipona. Wow, that was something else. Even something as simple as a translation can feel like an entire new adventure. It really is incredible what a language switch can do. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. Wait, are the orc names translated? No, they're not. Okay, well, that was something. If I ever see similar projects like this, especially with a game that I'm into, like Undertale. If I ever see something like Undertale in Tokipona or something like that, I will definitely be making a video on that. I wonder if that already exists, actually. It probably does, not gonna lie. Yeah, shout out to Meli Osawi for showing me this cave story hack. More like cave story translation. I kinda suck at outros right now, but thanks for watching, yeah. That's all.